Hey guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and welcome to my studio. I want to give a huge thank you to everyone that's been wishing me a happy birthday this weekend. Today, Sunday, February 7th, is my 52nd birthday, and I've just been loving hearing from everyone, and all of your happy birthday wishes and well wishes have just been making me smile all day long. I wanted to pop in today with a quick little video and thank everyone for hanging out with me on the live stream yesterday. We were making these little heart trios from Solux. As you can see, I changed mine up a little bit. And for these three, see, we made this one on a live stream. And this time I decided to put these little hearts on them with the empty center on them. So I'm working on hand sewing the binding down to the back of these today. But it's come to my attention that while I was busy sewing, I try to keep up with the comments. And whenever I look at the comments, you guys were having a good time just chatting back and forth with each other. So I go back to sewing. And then I look up again, and you guys are talking about sewing machines and food and the storms and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, no questions. I go back to sewing. But apparently I was a little off kilter. I'm usually I just get lucky and I look up at just the right time sometimes, but I seem to be missing every time I look down to sew. I missed all of your questions. I hear that there were questions about the applique and about quilting and stuff like that, and I'm really sorry that I missed your questions. So what I want to do is, if you had any questions in the live stream, or if you have any questions in general today, pop them down below in the comments. And if I may not answer them today in the comments, but I'm going to pull the information to make future tutorials. So if there's a lot of questions or any questions about applique, maybe we'll do an applique series. If we have a bunch of quilting questions, we'll do a quilting series. I was thinking every now and then it might be nice to throw in a month with a theme, like let's say we pick a month, January, and we discuss applique all month, but we do it in a way where each tutorial is a different project, but it has a piece of applique that we do a little differently than the last one. I can't guarantee like it's going to be a whole month full and it's going to be all the time, but I will keep coming back to this video right here to pull information and ideas for future tutorials. So if there's anything you're interested in, you have any questions on anything, or there's a project you love to make but you don't quite know exactly how to get going on it, please leave it down below in the comments. No guarantees, but I will add it to my list and we will go from there. So thank you guys so much. I also wanted to show you, since I don't think I've added it to my Whip It Wednesday video this week, let me move these noisy things out of the side. Sometimes it's just nice to have all the clips on for a smaller project like this, yet it makes it a little bit noisy. This is my birthday bucket. So I want to show you guys some of the things that have been coming in. If I miss anyone's gifts that have come in, I'm very, very sorry. Just let me know and I will... I try to put everything in one bucket here, but some things maybe I've shown you already, or I've put it in a different bucket, or maybe I've used it already. I don't know. So I thought I'd show you guys what has come in so far. Not that anyone needed to send me anything, but I'm very grateful for what you sent, and a lot of it's really fun. I received this little handmade wall hanging. I thought it was all hand embroidered, but she said it's been machine embroidered. So I thought, whoa. Because if you're doing those little words like that by hand embroidery, that's just amazing. And it just looks like perfect hand embroidery. Now, if my machine did that, I'd be like amazed. I have a ladybug for my hibiscus. I just had a cup of tea this morning, digging in the garden, planting my flowers. I've got my purple flowers and everything on the back with a nice little note that I'm covering up with my hand, all made with batiks that I love. So that's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm just going to start pulling them out of the bucket. So there were other things with this one that may not be in the same order, so I'm just going to show you randomly. If you guys saw the apron that someone had made me for Christmas, it had the Tula Pink fabric on it with the sewing machine. I kind of, went a little crazy about it. So I received some more of that wonderful fabric and then some of this. Tula Pink, not to gush on Tula Pink, but she just has this way of thinking and she brings things into it, and she's geared a lot towards the sewing community. So when you see things, you have like the sewing machine. You have these needles that spread across like that with the thread looping through it. You've got your scissors and the thimbles and the thread, and I think it's just brilliant in how she brings all that in. Such little details. The little hand just picking at the heart or dropping it. You've got your safety pins, more hands with hearts here. There's no way in the world I can ever design anything like that. I'm lucky I've gotten to the point where I can kind of put a few fabrics together and make them look good, but there's no way that I could be creative enough. My brain doesn't work in that type of creative grid fashion that she has, where everything lines up perfectly. So if you cut it in a certain way, you're going to be able to do certain things with it. I think she just has a brilliant brain. Again, not to overgush with Tula Pink. There's so many designers out there that I love. Certain ones just have colors that I enjoy. It's just something that it boggles my mind on how she comes up with what she does. Somebody was very sweet and sent me stamps. Look at these stamps. Aren't they adorable? There's a whole bunch of little hearts that go together to make hearts. And these, let me see. It looks like with my old lady eyes that even the pink parts that looks white to you maybe, those are little itty bitty bitty hearts. And I've got love. Because many of you know I send out lots and lots of letters and cards and postcards throughout the year. So I'm always thinking about stamps. I'm trying to run through what I have right now, which is Earth Day at the moment, and I was just thinking yesterday that I think I'm going to have to get up to the post office and get more stamps. Nope, I'm good. I even have a cardinal. I don't know that I'm pretty sure I haven't mentioned my love of lollipops. I've always loved lollipops even as a kid. I guess it just comes with the love of hard candy also, because now as an adult I tend to either crack. This one came a little cracked in the mail, which is perfect, because sometimes with the lollipop I'll crack it on the table, or I'll hit it with a meat mallet and get it so that I can take the stick out and just eat little pieces of it. As I get older, having an entire lollipop in one session doesn't always work, and I know these are pretty small, but it's nice to just break it a little bit and have pieces here and there and not have to eat all of that sugary sweetness in one setting. I also received some finger protectors. The person that sent these to me said that she uses them when she does ironing, and I know that they're also good for like when you're doing hot glue and stuff. These are from the Dollar Tree, so we're not sure exactly how the quality is, but I'm going to go ahead and check them out and see how they are, and I'll let you guys know. But the Crafter Square has gotten a lot bigger now in the Dollar Tree, so if you haven't been in one in a while, go ahead and check out one of your larger ones. From what I understand, most all of them will now have a nice Crafter Square section, just some are going to be larger than others. I really haven't been in mine in a few weeks, and I keep wanting to get in, and I haven't hit that time yet. But I need to do it soon because all their spring stuff is out now. And if you don't get it when it comes in, you're not going to get it. I like to not use things until I show them to you, but I had to test these guys out. These are the magic pins. Oh, it came in a nice little container like this, and I love that these have their own little container. Although they show you it looking pretty darn full, and no, you don't get that many in there. But still, you get 50 pins, and that's more than enough. And they're heat resistant, and they're easy to grab onto, and they're very, very sharp, which is nice. I think the only thing that I need to get used to is the fact that they're a little bit shorter. The length of the pin is, well, significantly shorter than what I'm used to. So it just takes a little bit to think about it. But if you're going to use them and you want to press and use your iron on something, then you've got it right there for you. Because you don't always need to iron over something that has pins in it. So it's not like you're going to use them all the time, unless, of course, you enjoy them and you use them all the time. Did I get jewelry? Maybe I got a diamond watch. Wouldn't that be fancy? Or what are they, tennis bracelets? Yeah, because you can see that how much that's my style, right? Nope, there's something even better in here, in my opinion, than a diamond bracelet. I would be so scared to lose a diamond, lose a bracelet, anything like that, that if someone purchased a diamond bracelet for me, I wouldn't wear it. Well, unless I went somewhere fancy, and I don't go anywhere fancy. But what's in here? Dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh, you can't see. It's an empty spool of thread that's been decorated. So we got lace on it, and we've got the embroidery floss, and we've got handmade with love with the scissors. And I always get some of this purple ribbon on it when I receive a gift from her. So you can hang it up in your craft room, hang it from your car, hang it wherever you want. It's a little doohickey. Now, I'm not sure exactly. It's been bedazzled and everything. Look at that. I don't remember exactly what these are called. Let me see. When in doubt, read the letter. So this time also, before I read the letter, I tend to save the person that sent me this and this and this and this and this and this and that sent everything wrapped up in tissue paper, which I love. So I saved the tissue paper. I either use it to make fabric, I use it to make handmade paper, or I reuse it as tissue paper, depending on the size of it and what I do. But she closed everything up with these stickers. So I've saved all of these stickers, and I will also take them off of the letter, and I put them away because at one point or another I will find a use for these. So I tuck them all away into my little treasure container, and whenever I happen to need a little doodad of something or another, maybe I need to put a heart on something. Even if you put it on fabric, if you put a piece of vinyl over it, you can still use a sticker. Or if you use it on like a fabric postcard or something that's not going to get washed, it's really not going to matter. Because you can, certain stickers you can sew through. Nope, she doesn't tell me what it is. Apparently it's a big craze on Instagram right now. I've seen things like this. I would call it, not with the spool of thread, but I've seen different things where they call it boho beads. And that they take some type of a circular tube and they add kind of fabric and they add embroidery floss and thread and ribbons and they make it into a whole thing. So I guess this is just a boho dangly. I don't know. It's cute, and I'm going to hang it up in my craft room as a little bit of an inspiration there. So there is that. But wait, there's more. Another little, I call everything a doohickey, right? So this is a purse dangle, or you can hang it onto your keys or whatever. It's a decorated domino with all the fun little beads and little notions and doodaddy things on the bottom of it, because I love the word doodad. And you know, so it's got the nice little clip and everything like that. So that is another fun thing. I love decorated dominoes. There's so many things that they can do with them. I just watched the videos. I think I've saved some dominoes, and I tend to just save random little things because I watch not just fabric videos, but I like to watch all of these random type of crafters that do different things like that. A notepad. It's got a little magnet in here. It is measure twice, cut once, so it's just a little place to leave notes. But what I like about this, first of all, I like anything with a little closure and a magnet. It's nice and small to put in a purse or whatnot, but the papers are already grungy. So it's not like a clean white sheet where you feel like you can't really scribble on it or do anything like this. It already has this coffee stain, tea stain, grungy look to it. So I don't mind. I don't feel like there's any type of a, ooh, I can't use that because the pages are all nice and crisp and white and neat. Nope, I can use that one because if the pages fall out, or if I tear them out, or if I get, what if I'm eating chocolates with it and I get my fingerprint on it or something like that? I'm not going to worry about it because it's not pristine. I believe this is a homemade card or a handmade card. Not 100% sure, but since there's nothing on the back and it looks like cardstock, I'm going to go with this is a handmade card with some pretty flowers put on it and then a butterfly, because you all know my love of butterflies. She's added some fun little things onto it, the little stickers and stuff like that. The raised stickers like these are always fun. Now this card is a store-bought card, but I'm going to show you because I think it's just cool on how that they're creating more and more cards that are something like we would make. This is from that person, and it has all the paper cut and then some jewels put on, but it's all the different 3D type things, so it's all stacked up. You have a ridged cupcake liner like this with everything coming out of it, and I think that's just really brilliant on how they are doing things. I have to put a little glue on that. How they're doing things to make a card for a non-creative person or non-card maker, that they're doing something to actually make it look very creative like that. So it's better than just a flat card, because sometimes all you can find is a basic simple card, and it's great that you're thinking of someone, and I appreciate any card that I receive, but I like that the card making people are coming up with something just a little bit more, so that when we send something, maybe it won't just get shoved in a drawer or just tossed out and recycled, that maybe this is a card that someone's going to want to keep. If you send this to your grandmother or your great-grandmother or something like that, they're going to really appreciate this and look at it and show this off to everyone, because it's just so much fancier. Ooh, I'm recording in the middle of a storm and our power just went a little crazy there. This project here and everything that came with it was this one and this and etc., etc. This one. Anyway, it all came wrapped up in this fun turtle fabric. great way to send a gift to someone you know, wrap it up in a little bit of fabric, and that way you aren't going, like I don't have to run to get birthday wrapping paper and stuff like that, or is it for a girl or for a guy? You can just go in and grab a fat quarter or cut a chunk of fabric off, whether it's flannel or anything else, and just wrap everything up like that and tie it up with a ribbon or just tuck it under and put it in a little package. That worked out beautifully. So now I have something fun that I can make another project with. And let's say I don't do anything with this for a year. Maybe it's my next birthday when I'm 53 and I pull this off the shelf and I'm like, oh, I remember this. And then I can remember this and everything else. And I think it's just a great little connection thing. Last thing, I promise, I have this collection of things. I have a friend that said she was showing things she was getting rid of and asked if I wanted anything. And I said, oh, yes, please. I actually really love this project. It's paper piece, English paper piece type project, but it's made with squares. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to go ahead and take this and I am going to pull all the stitches out, the tacking stitches, just hold it all in there together, hold the paper to the fabric. I'm going to pull all of that out when I'm ready to work on it. And I'm just going to turn this into a little wall hanging. Maybe I'll put a little frame of a bright color that I have to go around it. I have some colors that are similar. Something similar to the purples or the blues, that would be nice. Or even just a nice light gray. My gray I've been using for everything, that would look nice just to border around it and pull out some of those other grays. But I really love how that looks. She was also working on another English paper piecing project, and she has all of this hooked together. And let me show you the picture for what this is supposed to be. So it's this project here. I'm not really into having like crosses and stuff like that hanging up. I do have a couple things here and there, but this really isn't the style that I go for. But I love how they're all, just the borders, how they intertwine around on each other. So we'll see what happens. I may go ahead and try this in a wall hanging without doing the English paper piecing. She said I can do whatever I want. If I want to finish it, great. If not, don't worry about it. But I have all the pieces that go with it. And I also have this pattern here to make a little mini bow tie. This is the Block of the Month Club from the National Quilt Museum. I don't know how old it is since it's got Mr. Domestic on it. I'm not sure how long he's been doing things for them. But it's another English paper piecing project with the squares that gives you something similar to this. This may actually be the same thing. Huh, look, it is the pattern for that. Oh, good. Hey, look, Robin, pay attention to what's going on. Because of the colors on here, I didn't catch that these were the bow ties that were popping out all around. I thought she was just coordinating her colors really well. She was following a pattern. That's okay. Sometimes I'm a little slow and I get going a little too fast and I don't pay attention to what's going on. But I have all of these extra pieces that I can go ahead and work on anything. If I don't want to finish it up, I don't have to. But I have all of these little 2.5-inch squares. Yep, 2.5-inch squares it looks like, or 2-inch squares I think, that I can either use them as is or take them apart and turn them into something else. So there you go, my bucket is empty. Thank you guys for whoever made it to the end. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm going to go ahead and get this video edited so it goes up on Sunday. Remember, if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, whatever, just go ahead and leave them below down in the comments and I will add them to my list and try to, maybe I can cohesively get several of your requests all together. And again, I'm really sorry if I missed your comments on the live stream. I'm still really new at this. I haven't been doing it that often, so I'm going to do my best to slow down in the tutorial part and pay more attention to the commenting. But you guys just have so much fun chit-chatting back and forth that when I check up on you guys, you all are having a good time. And thank you to everyone in the comments who helped those people out that had questions. I think everyone left reasonably happy. I haven't heard back from anyone that has any more questions. So hopefully everything is good. But if you want to re-question, if you want to put your... If you'd like to do your questions again and put them down in the comments here, as I said, I will incorporate them into a future project. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having a great day. Stay safe, stay warm, enjoy the Super Bowl if that's what you're watching. I know I'm definitely going to have it on in the background, and I love to pay attention to the commercials. I'm definitely the halftime and commercial type person. I look up when everyone screams and gets excited. Football has just never been my thing. It was always Rob's thing, so I know a lot about it because it's always been on the TV. But I do like to knit while watching the Super Bowl. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Bye.